What's going on, y'all? This is your boy BG, man, and we back at it. So today we're gonna be talking about what's been going on with Adin Ross and Doechii. This whole thing going back and forth, dropping diss tracks and all that. I'm just glad the streamers is getting checked on the shit they saying, man, because they talking real disrespectful, being keyboard warriors. And when it come to black women, they need to get checked on it. But not even just that, just women in general. So I'm glad, Glasses spoke about it. But we're gonna talk about it. But before we do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Stay on top of what we're doing. So about a week and a half ago, Doechii and SZA dropped the track "Girl Get Up," and it's basically a track where Doechii is, speaking on all the shit that people have been talking about her over the last year and a half, 2 years. A lot of people have been saying she's a plant, saying she ain't do nothing to get to where she's at, saying she's overrated, all kind of stuff, man. Which I don't believe. I feel like she's put in the work. Like, you can go back and watch her YouTube videos of, just trying to get her name out there. You know what I mean? And plus, she's been making music long before, this whole anxiety track where everybody's like, oh, she's still in the Godier song. You know what I mean? People didn't like that because she was using a beat and doing something different. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty dope. And it got a lot of praise. But yeah, so once she dropped that track, everybody came out like, oh, she's talking about so and so. She's, you know what I mean? And she was basically just didn't say no names. She spoke about how people was talking shit about her. But one person specifically, got mad and felt like he had to respond, which was Adin Ross. I feel like she was talking about Adin Ross. I feel like she was talking about academics more than Adin Ross probably. But if you don't know why she was talking like she was talking on a track, it goes back to when everybody was calling industry plant. And also, we got this article right here, and this is from May of 2025. If you don't remember, she was caught on video yelling at one of her publicists or assistants because they didn't get her umbrellas right at the Met Gala. And it was a bad look for her. I'm gonna keep it 100. I felt like she could have handled that better, but I spoke on it too. I was like, yeah, that's not a good look. Like, people is working, they might not do exactly what you want them to do, but don't be yelling at them like that. Just try to be better at it. So Adin Ross felt like he had to speak on it. Already you see the dog whistles of unintelligent, and calling her a piece of shit is just very disrespectful just because she's yelling at some of her employees. You know what I mean? Entitled is the pot calling kettle black because, yeah, Adin Ross, he's been working, on his shit, but he already, was a kid that had privileges coming up. He's a white kid, first of all, Jewish, whatever you want to call it. But he's white in America, but he didn't come from poverty or nothing, you know what I mean? So if anybody's entitled, it would probably be him. You know what I mean? But he's made a name for himself, and I'm not mad at him for his success. But calling somebody else entitled is hilarious. We just watched the video.
I hope everyone. Oh, Doechii rant. Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. You guys. I hope everyone. Oh, Doechii rant. Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. You guys can say shit whatever you want about me, but one thing about me is I'm not an industry plant. I've been streaming for like a long time now. Fuck Doechii. The umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. She deserves, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible. Jake Future, what's up, my dog? So fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Okay? She has zero talent. I call out talent.
If you ever watch Adin Ross, you know that this dude, he can't read. You know what I mean? So you can become successful streaming without being able to read, but you calling somebody intelligent when you can't read, and somebody that has zero talent when all you do is get behind a mic and talk shit. So it's kind of like you don't look in the mirror and say, I'm talking about myself. It's a whole lot of people that do this, you know what I mean? And it's no surprise that he supported Trump with somebody who does a whole lot of the whole talking about themselves while trying to put it on somebody else. You know what I mean? So like he said, he's mad that, she yelled at her people while she was at the Met Gala. Understandable. You could have been like, that was wrong. you know, that wasn't cool. But to say F that B, you know what I mean? Like that's disrespectful. And I feel like these streamers, man, because they come from behind this keyboard, behind these computers, they have no problem calling women out their names, being disrespectful to women. And like he says in another clip we'll watch later, he calls all women bees and calls them dirty and all this other disrespectful stuff. But it's like, you don't know how to respect women. Like, unless she's doing something to be disrespectful and for you to call her name, and then it's still kind of sketchy. But if she's just up there yelling something else and you say, oh, well, F her because she's yelling at her publicist, that pissed you off. She's unintelligent when you're not bright yourself, bro. She's, what else did he say? She has no skill. She has no talent. You're on the computer talking all day. Like, look at yourself in the mirror, dog. So it's just crazy that you went off on her because of something that she did at a Met Gala. Address and speak on it, but don't be disrespectful to the woman. So this is what, her song, if she was speaking on Adin Ross, because she hasn't came out and said who she was speaking on. But basically all these people call her industry plant, being disrespectful, talking shit to her. This is why she made that song, for people like this. And a lot of people are saying, well, she hollered at him first, so he should be able to make a diss track. No, because if you watch this is way before her diss track. So after this is reason why, and I can go play a video of Academics to call her an industry plant, talking shit about her being disrespectful. But after this, she was on stage at a concert. She was singing Not Like Us. Now, if you know, Adin Ross took Drake's side in the whole, Drake and Kendrick battle, which is fine. Doechii, being a TD artist, she's going to take Kendrick's side in the TD battle. You know what I mean? So if she's on stage singing Not Like Us, everybody's like, oh, she took a side. So that's why he's mad. That's another reason why he made this little diss track. So let's go. So after Adin got a whole bunch of heat from the likes of Joe Budden and, other people about his, talking shit about Doechii on his diss track, he goes to Academics, who is also disrespectful to women. So, and he's also a Drake stan. So, they gonna be like, we understand each other. So they had a whole conversation where Aiden's telling him all kind of shit. So let's check it out.
And even Glasses Malone said the same thing. He was like, oh, well, Ack is black. So if Ack said it's cool, no, like, it's not that Adin, like, they were making it seem like you're unfairly or you're just randomly attacking this person.
I just think they've never seen me come out like Wendy Ortiz or Pokimane. Or
they're not
I say that.
They're not gonna
act. You have act. I say
how.
The same words. I called the people I just named dirty bitches before. It's not just I'm only calling Doechii a dirty bitch because she's black. They don't see that clip. You're involved in the streaming world, so you see when I come at all these people. You get it.
I know.
They don't.
And that's the problem. You call all women, out their name. You think it's okay. But you calling this woman who a lot of people, especially in hip hop, hold in high regards because she is definitely doing something for the culture that everybody respects. She's talented, she's creative, she's a beautiful black woman. So we don't give a shit about all the other women you talking trash about. Like, we can speak on that. But when you calling this woman out, you gonna have somebody say, hold on, bro. You have no right to speak to this girl like that. Like we said, if you want to be critical of her music, if you want to say she was wrong for doing what she did at the Met Gala, fine. But calling somebody a bitch, like, you got a mama, you got a sister, like, be respectful, bro. Like, come on now, you're a grown man. So yeah, you can call everybody else that, but eventually you're gonna call the wrong person that.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I don't only.
And Academics punk ass, he up here caking like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, because he does the same shit.
Call the black women dirty bitches. I call the women that are dirty bitches dirty bitches. It's not. I don't look at skin and I don't look at color. I don't look at any of that bullshit because I'm gonna give it a buck, bro. 2026, and I believe that, like, right now we're like, this is the truth, bro. Like, everybody is so divided and everybody makes everything about a background or race or religion. It's like everybody's just so separated.
Everybody's so separated. What do you think you're doing when you disrespecting this woman? You could have been like, hey, I understand, you feel like I was calling you industry plant, you know what I mean? So you had every right to speak on me on that song. But I was just doing this. That would have been closing the divide, but instead, you made the divide bigger. So what are you talking about? Everybody's being divided. This is what a lot of white people do. You know what I mean? They throw rocks and they hide their hands. It's the whole Karen mindset. They talk shit, and then when somebody comes at them, then they clutch their pearls and say, "Oh, you know, everybody's tripping, everybody's overreacting," and then they try to play the victim. Going with that.
And I don't know, bro. It sucks. And it's funny because I can't speak on this because then, the Jewish man's talking about this shit. Like, but I get it. So I completely understand where the people are. Now, what I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening to with gang members is just so corny to me. Like, it really is corny. These are grown men that are grandfathers.
I didn't like that.
You're a grown man. You're 25 years old. You're not a little kid. If you were 17, yeah, we'd be like, hey, bro, you need to calm down, little homie. Like, but you're a grown man, so you subject to get your ass whooped. Because this 50-year-old man can fight you, and it don't matter if you 25 years younger than him. You still an adult. You know better. So calling this man like, oh, these guys are grown. What are you? You're not a kid.
And by the way, here's the thing. You guys missed an opportunity to bridge some. Again, I agree with Adin responding and defend himself. Because a lot of times when they get mad at me, they're like, well, why did you say this to so and so? When somebody goes 5%, I go 500%. They never see the 5%. They're like, well, why did you go 5%? So I agree and I defend you for defending yourself.
Of course you do, because you're just like him. This whole beta male, I'm gonna talk shit to women, but they don't talk shit to men like that. Academics does the exact same thing Adin Ross does. He'll go off on a woman. He does the same thing, and that's why he's defending, because he was talking shit about Doechii too. So you're okay with this man defending himself being disrespectful to this black woman when she wasn't disrespectful to him. She just made a diss track talking shit, bringing up the fact that they was talking shit about her. How you gonna agree with this dude calling her a dirty bitch? How you gonna agree with him, calling her unintelligent and calling her no talent? Yeah, it's a way you can defend yourself. Like, I was just speaking whatever. But you coming out being disrespectful is a whole different thing. But again, academics does the same thing. So that's why he's fine with it.
But here's the thing. Everything you're telling me, what I know, which is, you kind of use the same language for all races. They're not gonna use that nuance. Won't be really brought into. The only thing I would say to you is that, and this is the only part that you have to be cognizant about. There are sensitive groups that would think about, like, they're just sensitive of that. Like, black.
It ain't sensitive. You talking shit about this woman, but you won't talk shit to no man. So that's just like you hitting on a female. If I see you hitting on a female, you might get your ass beat by the wrong dude who's seeing that. Put your hand on me, because they know you're not gonna do that. Because only motherfuckers that talk shit to women like that and put their hands on women is suckers. You know what I mean? Academics is a sucker. He'll put his hand on a woman. Adin Ross will probably put his hand on a woman. He'll disrespect a woman. That's sucker shit. So yeah, you agree with him. But a real man ain't gonna do that. Now, like I said, if a woman is cussing you out, you know what I mean, and being disrespectful, like calling you out your name, you want to give her that same energy back, all right, I'm all, do your thing. I don't agree with it, but I'm not gonna knock you for doing it.
So, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. If the glasses guy and Joe Buttons, why don't they, if they really love Doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a fuck. They're using.
How do you know they don't stream her music? How do you know they don't go to her shows? What the fuck are you talking about?
This is a moment to clout chase off it, to create other moments, and to create clips. It's the truth. It's the truth. If they really gave a fuck, then how come they're not consistent with what they do, what they speak about, and what they preach? Straight up.
So it's interesting because Joe, like myself, kind of like put out the same thoughts that we kind of thought she was an industry plant.
So academics should have told this dude like that don't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But academics is gonna play this both sides thing. So academics every now and then he'll play this both sides, and it's weird how he does it. Um, but he's gonna play both sides. But you talking about why don't they share music? That has nothing to do with it. You talking about it's all about clout. No, because nobody wants to see you talking shit the way you do. You was being disrespectful, and Glasses had it. He was mad. I feel him. But we gonna listen to that after this. So after this, Adin Ross talked to academics. Here's some I got police. If you want to try something, you know, I got a bunch of police with me. And the thing is, like, you can't have police with you forever, bro. So now let's check out what Glasses said because this was the best part of all this. You know what I mean? I fuck with Glasses Malone before. I definitely fuck with him now. It just shows his intelligence, on the situation. And to show that motherfuckers ain't scared of the police, man. Like, yeah, the police might arrest you, but you still gonna get your ass beat. And the thing is, like, you can't have police with you 24/7. So right here we got Glasses Malone basically responding to Adin Ross, talking about he got police and he heard him talking to Wack and Wack was like, I'm gonna holla at him. You know what I mean? He basically went to Wack 100 to try to say, hey man, can y'all get these dudes to stop messing with me? And this is Glasses Malone response. This shit is pure gold.
Your next step is to call Wack because you think Wack, that's your man. Wack is not gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. That's just not the relationship. He's not. He know I'm gonna move on whatever I'm supposed to move on the right way. So he can talk to me. It makes sense. He's not gonna stop me. Nobody on the West, not Wack, not Big U, not Top Dog. Nobody is gonna stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do because they know I'm doing the right things. So he could say, "Hey, G, man, I don't know. This could get you in trouble." The difference with me and most of the people, I got no reason to. I don't give a fuck. Like even in his fucking thing, he like, I'm just gonna call the police. Police come after crimes, man. So when I slap you up and I do something to you, they coming after. What in the fuck make you think if I'm saying this on this fucking camera, nigga, I'm not running. I'll be right there when they show up.
Exactly, man. And that's it takes me back to when Nipsey Hussle was pulling up to a spot and these camera dudes hopped out and he was with Lauren London. And he rolled up like, nigga, who the fuck is y'all? Because, Nipsey, nigga from the street. So you walk up on him, he thinking something is what it is. And the dude's like, I'll call the police. Nipsey was like, man, I don't give a fuck. I've been to jail, nigga. I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. I don't care. That's what Glasses is saying. Like, bro, you think I care about the police coming? Like, yeah, if I'm telling you all this, I don't care about the police. Like, I can go to jail. I'm going to get out. And when I get out, if I see you again, I'm going to slap the fuck out of you again for calling police. So it's more troubling to you because now you looking over your back and it's just not Glasses Malone you got to look for. It's, other black men that he's letting know like, man, we ain't going to take this. So motherfuckers like, yeah, man, we not going to take this. So when I see Adin Ross, I'm going to slap the fuck out of him. So now you're seeing these other black dudes who might be around you that you might think is cool or with your other partner. They be like, man, I'm about to go slap this nigga because they know you're a mark.
I done been to jail for selling drugs, punching on shit, all kind of shit. And I was just fine in there. You think I'm not gonna go to jail proud that I slapped your stupid ass in the face because you keep calling this black lady a bitch?
Right?
On this motherfucking thing in front of the public? What in the fucking world? I don't give a fuck which one of these people you think you cool with. I don't give a fuck if you cool with the president.
You're not. You ain't gonna stop nobody.
Y'all, I don't know what the fuck that happened to where y'all exist in this space, bro, and y'all keep doing this old punk ass shit. We all ain't streamers.
Exactly.
We not all streamers. We all don't care about maintaining a relationship. I don't care that you succeed.
And the thing is, what happened was all these dudes is cats that be behind the computer, just like on Twitter. You know what I mean? You got people just talking shit to people ridiculously because they think they're not ever gonna run into them, and they don't know me. You know what I mean? So people behind a keyboard got the balls to do stuff like that, but you're not gonna say nothing to this person when you meet them face to face. So don't say that. And if you ever play video games, with these little kids, they be talking extremely disrespectful when you play video games, like when you fight them on like Call of Duty or something. They're racist, They be calling you all kind of stuff out your name, talking about your mama. Like, so that's where Adin Ross comes from. That's where academics, they come from this world where they live behind a computer and they feel like they can say anything they want. They feel empowered because there's nobody in front of their face. That's where that comes from.
Successful. That shit don't mean nothing. Nigga, I know you from Visalia. I know where you at, and I know your people. That fast. Everybody in the streets have told me where you at. Nigga, you from my motherfucking state, nigga. And you playing this shit. You can't call whack. You can't call the president. Can't nobody stop me from doing what I want to do. So I'm telling you again, stop disrespecting that fucking lady. You can make all the content. I'm going to get next to you. You got fights coming up. You try to promote fights. I'm going to get next to you.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You're an IRL streamer, in real life streamer. You're all over the place and you're on camera at locations. You're easy to get to for anybody. So it don't really matter if you got police with you, bro. It don't matter if you got your security with you. And I'm not saying, I think something bad should happen to Adin Ross, but he needs to get slapped up. Like, somebody needs to slap him and tell him, like, bro, you can't just be disrespecting women like this, especially a black woman. It's like, I'm glad Glasses spoke on it.
All I ask you to do is respect that black lady. Do your job. Make your content. Stop calling this lady out her name. Y'all streamers keep finding ways to disrespect black people on this shit. And I totally get it. And y'all think, well, they fight each other. It's not the same. You are a white man. I don't give a fuck who you pray to. I don't give a fuck if it's Abraham. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You are a white man. Boy, you better look at this camera. That's y'all problem. Y'all been playing these games, and that's how y'all socialize with humans. And you've been saying all this dumbass shit behind this game. You, Neon, all these cornball ass niggas.
Yep.
And y'all got all these niggas that fuck with y'all because they think y'all can provide them some level of exposure. Because I don't care. I don't.
And that's the thing. Adin Ross, he went to Whack, and Whack is going to be like, oh, I'll take, because, Whack is, getting money by streaming with him. You know what I mean? So he's not going to mess up his pockets. But everybody ain't like that, like Glasses said. Glasses like, man, I don't give a shit about none of that. He's like, I'm not doing this for clout. He's like, I'm doing this because I feel the need to step up and tell you to stop this shit because you're being disrespectful and you got a whole bunch of people that watch you. And this shit got to stop somewhere.
Care. I'm not one of them. You better ask some of these niggas about what I'm on. All I ask you to do is stop calling that lady out her fucking name. Yes, call her Music Mac. That's your job. Do your fucking job. Stop calling this black lady a bitch and all that shit because you're making us look crazy. And exactly. I'm not with that.
Exactly.
That's the difference, bro. You're making content and you got to call another nigga. That's not going to fix the problem, bro. Stop calling this fucking black lady out her fucking name like that. I don't care what Ack do. Ack is black. That's his own problem he got to deal with.
And I feel like Ack should have been checked also. I feel like, man, check all these motherfuckers that be, especially like if you're not going to be in front of it, in somebody's face, don't do it. And you just calling somebody out their name just because they said something about you. Like your first reaction is to call them out their name. Yeah, you should get slapped up too. Like I said, if you are bold enough to talk shit to a woman, but you not bold enough to talk to a man like that, you need to get slapped up by a man, and then maybe you'll stop disrespecting females. That's just my opinion on it. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think.
You are a white man. It don't matter your religion. You a fucking white man in this country. You better look in that fucking mirror. I don't care if it's 2025 or 26 or 27. Stop talking about that black lady like that. Whatever you do on the music is fine. You keep calling her bitches, bro, it's gonna be a problem on Olivia's soul, on my life. I don't know what y'all doing because I don't really care, y'all little kids.
They're not kids, they grown.
But you keep disrespecting this fucking black lady on this fucking platform. You influencing a bunch of little white kids to run around thinking they can call black ladies the same thing. And then when I thought maybe I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, bro, you running around this motherfucker, you talking about who got baby moms and kids. Bitch, I don't got no kids. But you gonna be my son, you keep playing with me.
And that's the thing, he used that dog whistle talking about, oh, y'all got baby mamas and kids all over the place. That's a racist dog whistle, you know what I mean? So Adin Ross, I don't care about skin color, but you steadily using these, dog whistles about black people. You talking about Dolce is unintelligent, talking about she's dirty. That's racist because you're a white man. And you might not think, oh, I just call them all dirty. Like, nah, that's not going to fly with us. But like Glasses said, he's like, you got all these followers, millions of people watching you. and they see you doing this, they think it's okay to call black women dirty bitchs. You feel me? So it's like we can't let that slide because I don't want my daughter going to school and having some little kid call her a dirty, bitch because this dude is on stream talking about, oh, it's fine. I call women this. Nah, that ain't cool, dog. That's not cool. So it's more than just about Dochi. It's about you influencing all these other kids to do this because all y'all streamers think it's okay. So Glasses, big up to Glasses for doing that, man. I love it. Now, like I said, we can talk about hip hop and, you know, the disrespect of women in hip hop, but this is something else because you're not in hip hop and it's a spot where you gotta be like, man, you can't be doing this. You know what I mean? We can discuss black folks being disrespectful to black folks. That's a whole different thing. So once Glasses did this, you feel me? He put his foot down. Like I said, Adin Ross called Whack 100. Whack tracked like he didn't know what happened. So once Glasses came out, and I'm sure TD got a wind of it. So once all that happened, Whack 100 tried to calm everything down, but eventually he got a call from Top Dog, or allegedly he got a call from Top Dog, telling Whack like, man, you need to tell this dude to chill out. Which Whack 100 should have told him that anyway, but Whack said he didn't know what happened. But still, bro, you know what the hell's going on. Like, Whack, he be in too much shit not to know. So once Whack got the call, this
So I get a call from Adin, right?
Oh.
Adin calls me. Hey, Whack, this dude named Trap and Trap's from Clubhouse. That's my guy, right? So I didn't know what was going on. So when I heard Trap don't be dealing with streamers. I'm like, oh, Trap clout chasing. Later on, when I went to listen to it, Trap didn't really say nothing at all. And G Malone, right? So I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. I'm like, all right, I'll call G Malone. That's family, see what's going on. I get off the line. I don't know all this shit's going on with Doechii and the rapper and all this
Right.
stuff, right? And I wasn't taking it serious because when it's serious, the powers that be that's tied to certain people will call me.
Mhm.
And sure enough, about 10:30 that night, I got the call. The 5 line called me. Damu, what? You know, dude? Yeah, I know him. I said, so that's serious? Because I don't be knowing if shit, Adam, I don't be knowing motherfuckers just trolling the troll, if anybody taking it serious. So I had to hit Aid like, hey, let's tone it down. I know you feel the way you feel. You got yours off. Let's kind of leave it alone.
It shouldn't even be a thing where you should have to, tell this dude that. He should know that because he's a grown man. You know what I mean? So I understand Whack might not have, he's claiming he don't know what was going on. I think Whack was just like, yeah, I'll holler at him, you know what I mean? Thinking, it ain't that big, but it actually was bigger than Whack thought it was. So now Adin don't got Whack 100's backing no more. So what is he gonna do? He could either double down or he can say, man, my bad. And so of course, because he has his money, he's gonna try to double down and track like he's cool. Adin Ross is a streamer, so he's always online. IRL is streaming, so he's all over the place. So now he's with Cup and riding around. So he's trying to act like he's cool about it when, if you scared, you need to be chilling.
Take right up.
Whack! I'm with Cuff. Remember the punk?
He didn't call me a punk.
What up, bro?
What
Hey,
up,
remember?
man? No, he didn't.
He's a punk.
No, he
was doing some weird shit, but he alright.
I'm doing some weird shit. Really.
Hey, Whack, I'm gonna bring him to LA. We gonna pull up on you.
Facts.
All right,
come in LA, man.
All right, Whack, I'll hit you later.
We're gonna hit you.
I don't see nothing.
So, he on screen all day, so he's trying to act like everything's cool. But eventually, somebody's going to try to press you for all this shit going on, right? So the thing is like, bro, you keep on doubling down on shit. Like, you talk about, man, I'm just a kid and, why these dudes tripping? Because you feel like you got protection and you trying to play this role. Don't play this role if you're not really ready to jump in there with people. So now he's responding to Joe Budden because Joe Budden was like, yeah, I think shit, Glass and Malone should slap him up. So this is Adin's response.
Joe Budden, you're a pussy. Fuck you. Let's link up. You know where I'm at. I got police with me too.
He didn't even go to Gravedigger Mountain when Youngboy told him to.
I got police with me. So you gonna call some house a pussy and then say I got police. So what is it? I don't get this. I don't get this dude's mindset. Like, you calling somebody else a pussy and you tough. So what is it? Are you tough? Are you a pussy too? And if you got cops, then you obviously scared, because if you wasn't worried about your safety, you wouldn't be having these cops around you.
You can't even take them
I ain't
serious.
gonna lie, Joe Budden. I got police with me, and I'm in your city. What's good? What do you want to do?
They're gonna be scared when you say that.
And that's the thing. That's why people are saying, yeah, he need to get slapped up, because you're doing the most. Stay in the streaming world. Don't try to jump in this hip hop world, because everybody, like Glass said, everybody ain't streamers, man. People gonna take disrespect to this shit. So finally, after getting pressed by people, and they was out there in New York, and some dude was like running up, like, "Hey, y'all was talking trash about TJ," and this couple got problems with that dude. Aiden got scared. You know what I mean? Because he was out there in the streets, and somebody actually tried to press them about the track they made, Bacon. So it's like, once you start realizing, man, there's dudes out here and they can still get to me, even if I got security, because he had security with him, you know what I mean? And he was in New York. Now you scared. So now you try and play this, oh, I'm going to try to, make everything cool again. So this is where the Karen part comes in, because now you already stepped in now. You should just apologize after Dochi made that track. Like, man, it wasn't even like that, blah, 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 blah. But instead you doubled down and tried to get into this rap world and get into this street shit. So now he's trying to do this PR campaign.
Small businesses.
So I'm gonna explain what I'm doing, chat, because a lot of people think, and I'm not doing this because I'm racist. I'm just trying to prove a point here, that these people that want to fight so hard about certain shit, why don't you guys do anything good for where you come from? I give out $100,000 to my.
You don't know what people do. You don't know what people do. A lot of people do shit, and they don't be out here like, oh, I just did this. Oh, I just gave money. Or, oh, I just went and passed out backpacks, to the community. Everybody don't, tell what they doing for their community. So you just up here talking about shit you don't know about again. And that's what got you in trouble the first time.
Come from. I give out $100,000 to my city. I'm gonna give out $100,000 to a lot of other people's businesses and stuff. Why can't they do it too? Why not?
Now this is PR. This is his. I'm trying to do the right thing, because $100,000 to Adin Ross ain't shit. This dude's probably worth like $400 million, $300 million. You trying to give money, put your money in spots to try to make people feel better about you. That's not addressing, the shit you said. Because it's easy to give money away if you got it. It's harder for you to go up in them cities and be like, hey, I'm going to pass these turkeys out, or hey, I'm going to go help this family. You just throwing your money places. Or hey, I'm going to get online and say, I apologize to black women if I, disrespected them. I'm going to try to do better in the future, and try to do better. That would have been the right thing to do.
You know what I mean? It rubs me the wrong way. Why not? You could say these things, but actions speak way louder than words. I think we can all agree. It is what it is, man. It is.
No, action of just giving money don't speak louder than words. You just throwing money at a situation don't speak louder than words, bro. Now, if you went to a community and you was out there yourself doing stuff, like you got your little streaming video while I was going, go do something. Make a public apology. Walk up to Dochi or try to find her and be like, hey, I just want to say I'm sorry, for disrespecting you, blah, 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 blah. That action would have been better than, I'm just going to give $100,000 to my community or to other communities. That ain't really hard for you to do. That's not a hard thing to do. So nobody's going to really care about this little PR stunt you're doing. But yeah, I feel like all this is because, these kids grew up on video games. They grew up on computers, typing behind a computer, talking shit to people, through a headset, and they think it's okay. So now you're on, this big mountaintop, and yeah, you talk shit in your world, and people let that slide. Like the Cuffum dudes and all the other black dudes he hang with, they let that shit slide because they the same age group. They come from the same thing. Older individuals, they don't play that shit, so they gonna speak on it, and you have a past of doing racist shit. So it's like, come on, bro. If you have a past of doing it, and you doing it now, that's what it looks like. But Yeah, it's crazy, man. We gonna step on top of this. I'm just like, he's tripping. I'm glad Glasses spoke out on it. I'm glad Joe Budden, agreed with Glasses. I wish Wack would have said something more, but Wack is trying to get his money. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Uh, is that it? You think some more shit's gonna happen? You think Aiden Ross is gonna get slapped up? I don't want Aiden Ross to get hurt, but I think he should get slapped the fuck up. You know what I mean? Just a backhand real quick. I'll be happy. And academics. Oh, I love academics to get slapped the fuck up. But that's just me. Um, but yeah, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Next time we gonna find out what's going on. So until next time, that's a wrap.